They won their first dangerous best of one against. They were up 1-0 in this series. Before that, they 2-0'd MVP Phoenix.
I think they actually had 2 series before this one after the Na'Vi.
So they're 5-0.
Yeah, they 2-0'd C9. And
oh, you're right. Yeah, they're 5-0 at the moment.
They're on a really big run here, VG. It's a great win streak to have, especially at somewhere like the International. VG Gaming are certainly looking very, very much on form. And of course looking to take this game, which will indeed knock eHome back out, and VG will be able to move on to the next stage of the tournament.
So they're 6-0. No,
if they win this one.
Well, they're 6-0 right now.
Sorry, they're the 6-0 right now. That's right. So looking to make it 7-0.
Wow. That's a really impressive feat. Showing why they got far last year. A lot of very experienced players at playing on the main stage, and that's, of course, something you can't underestimate when it comes to tournaments like this, is having the right mentality when the games really matter. You can have a bad group stage, but if you could pull it together at the main event, that's infinitely better than vice versa.
Nicely done there by Fenrir, dewarding that wall from DDC straight away. CTY just taking the stack here with ROTK. It's going to put him just on level and just a little bit above the Quat now. Quat's finding the space now mid. He's not really been sent there to soak up the XP on the side of eHome, so cool. 23 for 2, Super closing in on that level 6. And how are we doing on the offlane? How's Ice doing? He's returned down there, hasn't really looked for anything else since that rotation to mid. Sitting on level 4 at the moment, and in comparison to ROTK, just a slight little bit of a lead here for this offlane Tusk. Still very close across the map, still 5.5 minutes in yet, no first blood. Both teams playing very, very carefully here. You yet to see anyone really go aggressive at this moment in time.
And this is definitely favoring the side of VG. Hao is just finding more farm, and he's also the more fragile hero in the early game, you could say, where if aggression is put on, it's scarier for the anti-mage than it is for the gyro. So for Hao to just be able to free farm, they're trading with the Quap as well. They have a really good counter pick for the Storm in this game, which in previous games the Storm Spirits have been able to run rampant because they haven't been counter picked very well, and it's just very snowbally in nature. Oh, yeah, they might be able to glimpse RTK here. Nope.
Yeah, they've got him. They've got him. They're going to glimpse it back here, and RTK is out of mana. They're going to try and chase this one down. F1 now, it's not quite enough, and now with the TP coming in fact. And it was with the Jari. He does cancel it in the end. But just there to scare them off and save ROTK.
Of course, it looks like Hao is hitting RTK really hard, but the moment he runs out of mana, he has a lot of armor. 7 armor with the Tranquil Boots. Well, Hao doesn't do the mana break damage after that, so he is going to live. And still putting on the pressure in that lane once again. Absolutely worth it. The panelists talked about how it's important for eHome that RTK gets off to a good start. This is average, I would say, with the lane he's up against. He hasn't died. He has 9 CS minutes 7. It is very difficult to play Sand King against this kind of lane. So I guess RTK is doing all right, but of course he would like to be getting a little bit more than this.
Straight away there with the Sandstorm, just to avoid the glimpse back to base, indeed, yeah. RTK playing it careful. Continue to just see what he can find from this lane. Ice there with the bit of a creep block to the side here, trying to slow down the momentum of this lane, get it back under control under his tower. Back in the mid, CTY 36 for 4. Up against, of course, Super on the court, 36 for 8. Very close between these two. And Super's got a nice stack here created by Fenrir, so he's going to put the Quap in a very, very good position. But the double damage as well, he'll be able to clean this on his own bottom lane. They tried to go on to Ice, but a TP coming in there. Now with the glimpse, actually bringing back Lanham. Lanham's in a lot of trouble. This could be your first burn, and it looks like it certainly will be there. FY with a very nice rotation to the bottom lane to pick that one off for the team.
And FY finding early levels in this, and a bit of success here is really, really useful for VG Gaming. He's closing in on level 6 at minute 8. Disruptor, generally a hero we don't see finding an early ultimate, but in this game it's so valuable. It's a great way for them to gank out the Storm Spirits together with Anti-Mage or even without him. Just the Queen of Pain plus a Static Storm should be able to kill him from full health. The defensive supports in eHome aren't really ready yet. The Silencer's level 4, no global. Rubik is level 3. So VG Gaming off to a good start. Their game plan is followed along nicely here. 1,000 gold advantage. Solid farm on Anti-Mage as mentioned. And I'm imagining we'll see FY keeping on rotating, and we'll have a little more static play from Fenrir around the mid lane here, trying to get some experience in keeping the Queen of Pain safe. While Ice claims his level 6 bottom, and then they might get a lot more active.
Top lane. Eyeing up Hao. CTY has come in with the rotation. If they can find the anti-mage, it's going to be pretty big. Moving in now with the Vortex onto Hao, but Hao is going to be able to blink away there. At one point in his spell shield, helping him out. He's going to salve himself back up, and the end of the day, the rotation there for CTY. We have to find this camp here.
I'm surprised they even tried. That was a 0% play, I think, for them to go for that kill. It's just a big waste of time for the Storm and Sand King. It's mid lane. They're going to force out a TP. This is probably
DDC. He's going to, they get the deny there. And YJ moving in, trying to look for more with the Rocket Barrage onto Femre. Femre is going to pop that, but that's not going to help you against the magical damage of the Rocket Barrage, son. He will go down. And eHome do claim themselves the first kill. Oh, he's getting ball back though. Super and FI looking to make it pay. Oh, Super's got to be careful there. Actually not brought down the gyro. He's going to be alright now. CTY zipping in, looking for FI. Oh, the blink for the Mana Void for Hao does claim the kill. CTY will be able to zip himself away. Did find the pickup onto FY. But the fact that Hao was able to come in and get that kill onto YJ on the gyrocopter makes it very beneficial here for the side of Vici.
This is going to be a very early battle period at this rate. He's got 75 CS minute 10. He's now got a kill on an enemy carry, which gave him another 425 gold. Could be looking at like at 13 perhaps Tread's battle period, which is exceptionally early. And of course, if you remember back at the good old timings we used to see for battle periods, you can't get it that fast anymore. Creeps give less gold. You also have to get the Quelling Blade into the battle period. Sometimes I believe in the past we'd actually see Burning, for example, buying up the battle period before Quelling Blade, just farming very stably without it. Now it takes a little bit longer
by Femre and Super. Oh, it's going to be CTY zipping these zips back out. He says, oh, okay, we don't want to fight this one. Has used all his mana. Iso Slice and Femre trying to close it down. YJ now TPing as well, so it's going to be a bit harder for VG to look for a fight here. Now, it looks like they're playing a bit safe in here. They're going to leave this lane, heading up the river. Going to look elsewhere, top lane. FY just trying to find levels along.
He has dust on FY. They want to try for this.
They might do so with Hao coming in.
They could glimpse this.
Yes, they've got the glimpse here. And they're going to trap him up as well. RTK's out. Mana can look for the TP though. They can't. Oh, the Mana Void's there. The Mana Void's there. Hao will find the kill. And again, nicely executed there by the side of VG.
Remember when I said 13-minute battle period?
It's going to be very, very close to that time. Maybe even sooner. 1,800 gold on top of the Perseverance.
12-minute battle period. Oh, he missed the CS.
The dream is over.
Alright, they lost the game.
Bottom lane, what's going on here?
Seven.
and Super. On a bit of fancy football. Oh! Very nice Sonic Wave there from the Quap. Nicely caught on the edge. 5 for 2. VG starting to break away, and it just says, yeah, the fact that you're looking at how he's reaching 6k net worth. YJ is only reaching 4, so already 11 minutes in, there's a 2k net worth difference, and the fact that Hao is going to get this ridiculously good timing here on the Battle Fury on top of his treasure means that difference is just going to get bigger and bigger, and it's going to be very hard for YJ to keep up in terms of farm.
It's impossible, actually. Yeah. Even with some good ancient specs. Gyro can farm really fast, but it can't farm as fast as an Anti-Mage. The good news for eHome is that he might not have to keep up completely, but he definitely needs to keep the gap at about these 2,000 if he can, or Anti-Mage will be able to take over the game. And it's not just the Anti-Mage who's having a good game, that's the problem here for the Radiant, of course. eHome. Super, already 60 CS as well, has a kill to boot. The Disruptor of FY has been doing a good job finding ganks. And even the Tusk of Ice in the offlane has not died. He's level 7 with Arcanes. With all the utility they're looking for to be able to 4 and 5. Like ideally they like how to farm as much as possible, and then should it be necessary,
this is his battle for you done. Just 50 gold to go, and you're right, it's before the 13-minute mark. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some impressive stat on that.
I think this is the fastest Treads battle period this patch, at least this event.
It's got to be up there.
Because you remember the good old timings of battle periods that were really early. I think some of the earliest we've seen from Burning has been like minute 9, but that was with brown boots and without a 4-man shield.
And before the change, yeah.
And before the creep changes. So this is exceptionally early. He gets a 12:59.
Oh, Lanham. Now YJ coming into the jungle here. Well, they did have the ward here, but I think he might have just blinked around it. They're not going to head that way. They're actually heading towards the top. They do have CTY in lane with the Storm as well, so maybe they just want to look for a potentially easier pick-off here onto FY, but FY with level 6 has the Static Storm as well. And looks like the Rubik and the Gyro just going to walk around the jungle here with Lanham and YJ. They're just going to block it up as well, trying to slow down. They've seen that he's had this ridiculously good timing here with the Battle Fury, and they don't want his farm to get out of control, so they're going to do what they can here to disrupt it. Moving towards the mid lane, maybe going to look for a wraparound here onto Femre. They realise that he's pretty much out of mana, and here we go with the Telekinesis Rocket Barrage. Femre in a lot of trouble here. Nothing that he can do, and eHome find themselves the kill onto Wyvern.
At the same time, the Storm Spirit is split pushing top. This is very good for eHome that they get to put a bit of pressure, but of course, they give a lot of information away with that gank and showing Storm, so Hao feels confident going to hit the tower bottom lane. And of course, he hits really hard right now. He's got 150 damage already, minute 14, because of his incredible farm.
Global Silence Shoes goes top lane. FY nearly killing CTY. CTY not quite turning it around here, but he's going to be able to keep himself alive. Mid lane, they'll find the tier 1. At the same time, indeed, that Hao does find a tier 1 for his own team. Takes down the bottom lane. Continues his farm here. Now level 11 here on the bounty. Sorry, what the anti-mage.
Bounty mage?
Bounty mage. Pretty much for the amount of farm he's going to be getting at this rate. 14 minutes in.
So, very impressive from FY that he's able to force out the global silence on his own, almost soloing out the Storm. When your support can do that minute 14, you're in a very good position. Now, important item to note, the Sand King has managed to grab himself a Blink Dagger. Now, he does not have Epicenter yet, because he's gone for the greedy early build you can with, or well, technically you could get caustic.
Be careful bottom lane as well. There's the full 5-man here of VG. He's still in the fog of war. Hao moving forward, trying to get some damage onto the tower. Lanham's there as well. They're actually going to jump in onto Hao, but the entire team of VG's here. Out comes the snowball, moving in onto CTY, onto Lanham as well. The comes out there for the quad. Hao's already found the kill onto Rubik, and he's going to look for more now. Actually backing themselves off because eHome's coming with the rotates. They find Ice. They'll get that Fenrir. Will go down as well. Can't embrace it. Isn't going to save him. And eHome there with the defense, taking down 2. Only losing the Rubik, and they keep their tier 2 alive here on the bottom lane.
Yeah, it looked like a good snowball for Ice, and he had to do it, else Hao would have probably been killed off there by the Storm Spirit. So good save, but it gets himself into a horrible position. It's easy for Hao to get out of that one, but Tusk not so lucky to have a blink yet. And the Wyvern from Fenrir just a little bit out of position. Went for the Winter's Curse, seems to get a little bit greedy for the fight behind the tower. That was a very unlikely full team fight breakout for Vici Gaming. They got to pay a little bit.
Super at the moment, he's trying to find his way towards that Orchid. Has the first ability live in staff and 1100 on top as well. TK waiting in the wings though. Rubik's moving up the lane as well now. Maybe they can try and catch the pop out. Because what, they're going to use the epicenter for this one. They're going to try for it. Oh, Super blinks away. He looks for the play. RTK is not going to find it, unfortunately, though, this time. Oh, how now with the Yasha?
Yeah, this is going to keep going faster and faster now. The Gyro was involved in that last fight. He's now 3k behind.
There you go. It's the fastest in this match.
Yeah, this is very, very
now, down by the bottom room, what's going on here? Bit of a fight. Cooldown's been popped. There's going to be the snowball coming out from Ice. Moving in. Can eHome try and turn this? They're looking to do so. The Glimpse, in fact, bringing CTY back, but the Global Silence coming out as well to find Ice. Now they're going to look for CTY. He's out of mana. Super blinking forward. They're looking for the Storm. They should be able to get this one. He's getting low with the right clicks. He's trying to juke this one out. Will he? No, he's not going to live to this one. Oh, does he juke it out? Oh, he does. He lives. Super does move forward. Finds him with the blink forward. But eHome, they're on his case. DDC, Lanham, and YJ are not happy. Moving forward. Oh, he stole the blink. But at the same time, Super is able to blink out to the north and will be able to escape. RTK. Oh, Super duking it out. Lovely. They're not quite going to find him. He gets himself back over to the secret shop of the Radiant and will be fine in getting himself out of that one. VG lose 2, but they do find CTY on the Storm. And all in all, just more space being created here for Hao, who's going to look for this tier 1 on the top lane. He should be able to find it with Super backing him up from the sidelines. More money into the pocket there of Anti-Mage.
And he's really far ahead on experience of the enemy carry. That's another thing to keep in mind. Of course, we focus a lot on gold when we look at carries, but one of Anti-Mage's strengths as a carry too is how fast he levels up. It's just all those extra stats you get. He's already level 13. Level 11 is, relative to the time you get it, it's the longest level in Dota. It takes so long to get up to level 12. But Anti-Mage is already 13, and that means those stats are going to start ticking